Holy. What's going on YouTube? This is Bruce with Bruce Custom Motors. Welcome to another video. Thank you to all the new subscribers and all my day one subscribers. I really appreciate the love and the support and you guys growing this channel. You guys motivate me to continue putting out videos. This video is actually a subscriber request. So I just wanted to just kind of put this out here to just show you guys how you can upgrade your front door speakers. Because the way that Audi designed their front speakers, it puts you in a position to where you only can utilize the factory speakers with the housing that it has. So I'm going to show you and teach you how you can actually get an aftermarket speaker like a JBL, like a Pioneer, and actually modify it with very little modification to where it can work for your vehicle and have a very pristine and crisp sound. And the actual factory amplifier can support these speakers, so you don't need to modify any wiring. The only thing that you need to do is just be able to create a bracket to put this speaker in your car. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Like, subscribe. I appreciate all the support and the love. Welcome to Bruce Custom Motors. Thank you to the Bruce Gang. All right, guys. So here are going to be the tools that you're going to need for the job in order to execute this. Like I said, it's not that hard. I'm going to show you step by step on how to do it. So don't be afraid by what I'm showing you right now. I actually have extra things here. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a T25 bit. You can use a ratchet or you can use a screwdriver like I'm using here. You're going to need either a Dremel or you're going to need like a little cheap saw. I actually bought this from the dollar store. It's just a little cheap saw. And then you're going to need this right here to pop open the door guards. You technically don't need this, but this just ensures that you don't damage your vehicle. Now, you're going to either need some large zip ties or some medium. I just don't remember. So I just got both of them. So keep in mind, this is an option and this is an option. All right. So as you guys can see, the speaker of my choice is going to be a Rockford Fosgate. You can use whatever speaker you would like. Just ensure that you have the right size speaker. I just like the specs on this, and they had really good reviews on Amazon and eBay from all of the people who bought the speakers. They said it has a really good bass and good mids and good highs. So this is going to be a three-way speaker. Right over here, you got your bass for the sub, and you have your mid, and you got your tweets. So I wanted to go with a three-way so I can get a really great sound in my car. If I go to the back right here, in case anyone wants to know the size of the speaker, this is a 6.75 three-way speaker, and those are going to be the ohms of the speaker, just to let you guys know. The reason I'm showing you guys this is because this actual speaker is supported by the factory amplifier. So there's not a need for you to have to upgrade the factory amplifier when you're utilizing these speakers. All right, so now let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove the door guard. Let's remove the door guard. I'm going to kind of start from this corner right here. I'm just going to come under right here. Just kind of pop it out. Pops out just like this. So this is why I'm saying to use this. All right, so you guys see that? So those are going to be the clips, and that's the first thing you're going to do right there. Once I remove that, you're going to have the T25 torque that's going to be right here. So I'm going to have to remove this T25 torque screw right here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. So the next thing you're going to do once you're done with the trim panel is you're going to take off this trim that's going around this window switch. So if I back it up, you're going to take this trim around the window switch. So I'm just going to push it in like this to get the support first. Then once I push it in, as you see that, I'm just gently popping it out. Just kind of getting this popped out. All right, so as you can see, this is popped out. So once you pop that out, you're gonna come right here, and it's like a little lever on this switch right here. You're gonna put your finger right here to pull the plug out. Be careful so you don't break it. And that's gonna put it to where you can just take this trim piece off. So if you ever wanted to upgrade your window switch, you know, like to the nice aluminum ones, that's how you would pull this off, just FYI. This is also a good tutorial on how to remove door guards. As you can see, if I wanted to replace this to the nice aluminum one, I can just unplug this and I can get to that one as well. So I removed this one already. Then I removed this door trim. Now, if you look right here, there's another T25 that I'm gonna remove right here. Okay, so now I just took out this screw. So now we're gonna go to our next step. Okay, so just to recap, I removed this screw. Now I'm removing this screw. And now I'm gonna remove this screw right here. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3. All right, so now I have 1, 2, 3. So now that I'm done with that one, there's gonna be another screw right here. So I'm getting ready to take this one out. So as you can see, you have to be careful because you can easily drop the screw in the door panel right here. And so as you guys are taking out these screws, just be careful because they can fall down real easy. All right. So now that I've taken so far, let's recap. I've taken this one out. I'm taking this one out. I'm taking this one out. And I'm taking this one out. So there's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last one that I'm going to take out is going to be right here. So I'm going to just go right below. And as you can see, this is going to be the last screw that I'm going to take out. Right there. Okay, so now I have successfully taken out all of the screws in the car. So to recap again, I've taken off the door panel, I've taken off the window guard, and I took out this screw right here, 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 and I took out the screw at the bottom as seen in the video. So now I'm gonna take off the door panel. All right, so you just want to start in one corner and pry away. This can be tricky because this is flimsy right here. So you got to kind of open this up and look inside at the clips. And then once you do that, as you can see. All right, so now I'm basically just going to just go across and just pop out the door. So you don't necessarily have to remove these things as long as you can get to the door, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove these things right here. As an option, you can remove, this is the thing that goes on the window clamp. So all you have to do is do that right there. Just kind of take that white part off and push it off. And then, so once you remove the door guard, the first thing you want to do is go over here and unclip everything because you don't want to rip anything or damage anything. So unclip everything. That way you can just remove the door panel. You can do this without unhooking this and unhooking the window latch, but it makes it a lot easier just to go ahead and just remove the plugs. So all I'm going to do is remove the speaker plug, which is right here. Just hold those 2 clamps. So I got the speaker plug out. Just basically unplug these 2 clamps right here. Then you're going to get this clamp. You're just going to press that down to where you can pull up this pink thing. And once you pull up that pink thing, you can just pull that right out, just like that. Okay? So far, it's not too hard, guys. I know it looks a little bit intense. Don't be afraid. If you can put together an entertainment system, you can do this, I promise you. All I did was took out some screws, pried off a door, and took out 2 clamps. Think about when you were at home and you put together an entertainment system. You can do this stuff yourself. If you went to Audi to replace your front speaker, you're looking at literally $300 for one speaker. Labor, you're looking at almost $1,200 at the Audi dealership. Or if you buy some replacement online and you get a mechanic to do it, you're looking at $300-400. So just stay with me. This is the window latch. I just pulled that up from right here. Excuse me, I just pulled that up from, I just pulled this window latch up from right here. I just went like that and it just popped out. Then all you do right here is you just unhook this part. Like I said, I technically can do this without removing the door panel, without removing the window latch. Excuse me. I can technically do this without removing the door latch. This is just the thing that opens the door. So just so you know, when you open your door, this pulls it. But I just want to take it off to give you guys a clear video. You don't have to take it off. You can just push it to the side. But make sure you like and subscribe because I'm going the extra mile doing this so I can show you guys. So like and subscribe. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I'm just gonna unhook it. One sec. So like I said before, guys, this little latch just hooked right into that little circle right here, which is what opens the door. So it just hooks into that and that white thing goes here. So pretty simple. You can rewind the video if you want to know. So now check it out, guys. I now have the door panel off. Now you can see the clips that played a role in the door panel. So as you guys can see, this is going to be the interior of the car with the door panel off. You can actually see the original color of my car. That's why my old Instagram was gray matter. So yeah, so this is going to be that's going to be the door panel right there, and this is going to be the speaker. So as you can see, that's just a cover for the speaker. So you can't get to the speaker from there. You have to actually take the door panel off. So as you can see right here, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 bolts that we need to take out. So let me find the right size bolt and take that off for you guys. So now it's time to take the speaker out. So this speaker has been in here for a while. So a lot of times it can get stuck a little bit. So you see what I'm saying? So you see that? So I just use this little screwdriver just to pry it. So I don't think that it's embedded in there. It's just been in there for a while. I'm sure that Audi didn't plan on it coming out unless it went to their dealership. So, and also as you can see, there's these 2 brackets that hold the speaker together. All right, so we got the speaker out. So if you look at this hole, this is why you can't put in a regular speaker because of that beam. It's not designed to fit a regular speaker. The aftermarket speakers have a big magnet. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, before I show you how to mount this in the door and why you can't fit this one without the mount, like I said, keep in mind, this looks smaller because it's not in the mount. Look at the magnet on the factory Audi speaker. When this car came out, it was $45,000. Look at this magnet. Come on, Audi. Come on, Audi. Now, look at this magnet. So if you look at this magnet and you look at this magnet, that can tell you right there that you need to immediately upgrade your speakers. It's going to sound like you have a crazy sound system. Granted that it's a name brand speaker, they could have did a lot better. So I'm now going to show you guys why this one can't traditionally fit into the car and how to put this speaker into this housing. And I'm going to just turn it around also so you can kind of see the speaker right there. So the issue, guys, is because the aftermarket speakers have a bigger magnet, it just won't fit. It won't fit into the car. It won't fit, and even if you get the housing, the magnet is touching the rear end and it won't be able to clear. So you're gonna have to get this speaker and you're gonna have to put this speaker into the housing because the magnet is too big, and the housing, even if you have adapters, they will not match this. I've tried 4 different speakers, Pioneer, you know, Kenwood, all different brands, and I run into the same issues. So this is the best solution for me to show you guys how to put this one into your car. Okay, guys, so this factory speaker, as you can see, is mounted into this plastic. There's not a way that you can get this speaker out of this plastic housing. So this is the best resolution that I've come up with in order to be able to fit this speaker into this housing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut this. You're pretty much gonna cut all of the ridges right here. All right, guys, I have a face shield on if my voice changed. All right, guys, as you can see right here, I went ahead and just clipped off all of these edges. So now I took off this first face of the traditional AUDI. I took off this faceplate of the traditional AUDI speaker. So guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. AUDI gave us paper speakers for our factory speakers. Please tell me you don't want to upgrade to a three-way speaker made with real material. And guys, the reason I took off the front face part is because this speaker is going to sit inside of here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the speaker around, and as I turn it around, you're going to see the speaker is only being held by this, and this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these little plastic brackets as close as I possibly can to the corner so I can remove this factory. You can see I just cut all of these little corners right here. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna nip these speaker wires right here. They're just regular speaker wires. I'm just gonna nip them. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're not gonna see this. So I'm not trying to do a perfection job on just the cut because the speaker is gonna fit in there just fine. So look, man, I successfully have taken the factory speaker out of this housing. So now I'm gonna do a comparison. All right, so guys, I'm gonna do a comparison. So look at this, guys. Can you believe that AUDI actually put this paper speaker in the 40,000 plus? And by the way, just to let you guys know, my speaker, I didn't rip it. This is why my speaker was rattling. So 9 times out of 10, this is the issue you're having. What happened is this plastic or this rubber housing just broke or deteriorated. So if you start getting rattles in your door, like you got a system like bang, bang, or you're noticing that the speaker isn't working well, it's because this housing is not being supported. So all of the air and the compression that's supposed to make the bass go is not working. So FYI, I didn't break this. As you can see, it was already torn. I just cut that off and the speaker just fell out. So that's why I need to. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna get this speaker and I'm gonna put this speaker right in this housing, just like that. As you can see, it fits perfectly into that housing. So how I'm gonna secure it is and so once I put this speaker into the housing, I will be able to screw it into the car. So the biggest question is, how am I gonna secure it? Now, there's a lot of handy people out there with different ways they can secure it. But for me, what I'm gonna do to secure it is I'm gonna basically put a slit right here, a slit right here, a slit right here, a slit right here, and run some cable ties through this bracket with this speaker. I know that seems like a hack job, but it's really not. The cable tie will put me in a position to where I can super tighten it. Now, of course, you can use some screws, some bolt clamps that can come from the other side, but I'm concerned, you know, over time with the bass that it can get loose and I have to retake off the door. So you get the concept. So from this point, you can do it how you want to do it, but the goal is to put the speaker into this housing so it can go into the car. So I'm going to use some zip ties, and I'll show you guys in 1 second. Note, when you're going to mount your speaker in, you're going to have to connect those speaker wires right here with just any external wire right over to those 2 parts right there. So just FYI, you want to make sure that this is lined up when you're mounting your speaker in. Permanent marker, so I can know where I'm gonna put my slots at. So I'm gonna put a slash right there. I'm gonna put a slash right there. Excuse me. I'm gonna put a slash right there. I'm gonna put a slash right here. I'm gonna put a slash right here. Yeah, so, and I'm gonna put a slash right here. So those are gonna be my slots I can make. Now, like I said, you guys can get a screw and come right here, you know, with a screw and just get a flat part that you can just kind of twist down that can clamp this down as well. So guys, just so you know, before you mount this speaker into the bracket, these cost like 99 cents, you know, at the store, you know, at an auto store, 99 cent store. It's just some speaker things that just makes it easier to just slide it. Excuse me. It just makes it easier to slide it on here, right here. So that way you can just kind of just slide it on there. It just makes it easier to slide it on here. You know, you just put that on there. I mean, you technically don't need this. You can just run a wire through here, but it just makes it more professional. And, you know, if you got a lot of bass, it just keeps it sturdy. So as you can see, all I'm doing right now is I put this on the end. I always put a piece of tape just to secure it so it won't slide out. So that's why I have the piece of tape. And then I'm just gonna run these to the speaker housing that I cut earlier. You can see I have those two things on the aftermarket speaker. I hope this doesn't seem too complicated, because it's not. Because if you guys just backtrack, I literally took out 5 screws from the door panel, popped it out, just cut a little bit of housing. And so now this is what's going to connect to the speaker housing. So that way, when I plug it into the factory speaker plug that I unplugged when I took off the door panel, it will be able to get power. But I'm definitely going to do a test before then. So now I'm going to put this speaker in the housing. Just to show you guys my concept of how I'm going to tighten it, these cable ties are going to give it a nice grip versus screws, to where the base, it can flex with the base, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm using cable ties. So as you can see, I'm going to put this through each hole, and then I'm going to tighten it, and I'm going to show you the aftermath. Guys, so this is going to be the speaker after it's mounted. As you can see, I have those big cable ties holding it. It's not going anywhere. This thing is tighter than it was before. It's more secure than it was before. So yeah, guys, that's going to be how the speaker is going to look in the housing. So at this point, the only thing that I need to do is just screw this back into the car, and then I'm going to do a test and see how it goes. Let me let you guys see the back. I always go crazy with electric tape, but as you can see, I just clipped the cable ties, and you know, I have extended the wire. So as you can see, this is how the finished product looks with it mounted inside the car. As you can see, it's stiff as a bird. It's not going anywhere. I now have the new 3-way speaker mounted into the car. Like I said, it's not the prettiest, but at the end of the day, who looks at door guards, right? You can definitely utilize these screws if you want to mount it a different way to the bracket. I just chose to use zip ties. So please don't criticize me for using zip ties. This is professionally being done by me. I'm very aware of music and, you know, flexibility, and so I chose to use zip ties. But as you can see, I now have the speaker mounted in the car. So now the moment of truth is going to be how it sounds. So let's see if we can get some sound through this phone. Oh yeah, so you want to plug this in first. So you want to plug that in. This is the speaker to kind of, that's the speaker power. All right, so let's test it out. All right, guys, it's the moment of truth. All right, let's see if we can get it to flex. All right, guys. Holy. I don't want to disturb my neighbors, but I feel like I legit have a system in my car. I don't want to disturb my neighbors, but I feel like I legit have a system in my car. I can't explain to you the level of sound that I'm getting from these speakers. It's like I got 75% more power from these speakers than a factory speaker. So if you rolling around in factories, even if it sounds good, it can sound 100 times better. You saw the magnet, you saw the material. Upgrade your speakers. The reason I'm showing you guys how to do this is because no shop wanted to upgrade my speakers. They said I had to go with factory speakers. I went to AUDI, and when I went to AUDI, it was the same situation. They said, oh no, we got to give you the same speakers, but my issue is the speakers are just not good. They just didn't make the speakers and design them that well. I think they have a little wire going to them because they know that the speakers cannot put up with a lot of volume at a lot of volume or strong power. And I think by me putting my RS nav, it just kind of, push my output level to the next level. So yeah, guys, upgrade your speakers. I'm showing you how. No one else will show you how to do this. It can be done. You don't need to upgrade your amp. Do it, guys. I spent about 3 hours trying to get this video I spent about 3 hours putting this video together for you guys at nighttime. So if you're watching this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's get this channel to the next level. As you guys continue to show me love, I'll show you love, and I'll answer all of your questions, and we can just work on great builds together. All right, I appreciate the love. Thank you for your time. At this point, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. I'm going to put the door back on the same way I took it off. And peace. And also, hey, this is to show you how to take your door guard off, your door pin off if you ever need to know. Peace. Thank you. All right, guys. It's the moment of truth. All right, let's see if we can get it to flex. Here we go. Bruce Beats. All right, guys. Holy. I don't want to disturb my neighbors, but I feel like I legit have a system in my car. I can't explain to you the level of sound that I'm getting from these speakers. It's like I got 75% more power from these speakers than a factory speaker. So if you rolling around in factories, even if it sounds good, it can sound 100 times better. You saw the magnet. You saw the material. Upgrade your speakers. The reason I'm showing you guys how to do this is because no shop wanted to upgrade my speakers. They said I had to go with factory speakers. I went to AUDI, and when I went to AUDI, it was the same situation. They said, oh no, we got to give you the same speakers, but my issue is the speakers are just not good. They just didn't make the speakers and design them that well. I think they have a little wire going to them because they know that the speakers cannot put up with a lot of volume at a lot of volume or strong power. And I think by me putting my RS nav, it just kind of, you know, pushed my output level to the next level. So yeah, guys, upgrade your speakers. I'm showing you how. No one else will show you how to do this. It can be done. You don't need to upgrade your amp. You know, do it, guys. I spent about 3 hours putting this video together for you guys at nighttime. So if you're watching this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's get this channel to the next level. As you guys continue to show me love, I'll show you love, and I'll answer all of your questions, and we can just work on great builds together. All right, I appreciate the love. Thank you for your time. You know, at this point, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. I'm going to put the door back on the same way I took it off. And peace. And also, hey, this is to show you how to take your door guard off, your door pin off if you ever need to know. Peace. Thank you.